Checking out Burney Falls.
Very cool.
Crack coming out all the way up there, even down there. It's really gnarly. Woo.
It's crazy how cool it gets.
Yeah, it's like an air conditioning. This blast of cold air hitting us right in the face up here. Man, where are all the velociraptors, huh? It's starting to get really misty now. See that like coloration in the middle? It's not really showing up on the phone. Right around there. It's like two streams of water are pushing into each other and just like mucking everything up. It looks so cool. That water is probably freezing. We're getting misting now and it feels like being inside a refrigerator. Just enjoying a little ramen. That fall. Got some soda from the general store up there. There's only like a half mile total, I think, to come down here. This is such a cool spot. Good first day out of town so far. Sneaky bastard. Hey, yeah, I'm on to you. Yeah, you. Man, you've gotten old and fat out here.
Oh, these new shoes are so awesome.
There's someone's pack.
Oh, weird.
Oh, they're probably pooping. But hey, check out those views, right? Am I talking to you? Am I talking to the camera? Who knows?
Oh.
This is where we're leaving. This is where we're going. Still not sure what kind of weather to expect. Wow, it's so close. Just right there. And over here we have this like gap. Still, it might be windbreaker time, man. Maybe moving's the answer. Not standing and deliberating. Yeah, that's not foreboding at all. Not sure if we're mostly dry because we're lucky or because it's coming. Oh,
we need
yeah.
to start going north.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's no good.
We're gonna get lucky.
I don't know, man.
Macro. Look at this.
Oh, hey, maybe. This doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, the minute you turn the corner.
Maybe if it stays over there in, you know, the lost world, and we go over this saddle, we'll be protected. But good Lord. Just out here to have a good time is all, right? That's what a thru hike is. Seems like we're kind of punching through. Oh shoot, maybe not. Spoke too soon. A little bit of light punching through, but man, yesterday got worse. Obviously, it was like some AT rain. It rained pretty hard for a while, and then it got like really just foggy and misty. And then every once in a while, you'd see like a patch of blue or like a sucker hole. Or it would be really foggy and misty, and then it would rain again, and then we'd climb like 1,000 feet and think we were climbing out of it. And then it would get bad again, and it was just kind of just all day. Every once in a while, there'd be like an epic view, like through the clouds. You could see these exposed cliffs and stuff, which was gorgeous. And honestly, lots of times when you're walking through like a valley or on a cliff or something, and you see that kind of mist, like descending into the cracks of the valleys and stuff, it makes it look way cooler. But after a while, like we couldn't see much more than like 50 feet ahead of us, and it was just like cold and wet all day. Like your hands are numb on the trekking poles and that sort of thing. And they had said that it would clear up around 7, and almost exactly at 7, we got to this campsite and it started to clear up and we were all excited. But I have never been more surrounded by trees and been unable to find a good hammock spot than last night. And of course it was like 8 by the time I started to set up. I set up in haste. It's not a great spot. I don't know what my setup was, lousy or something, but I was cold all night. My quilts were a little wet from yesterday already, but don't know, I was getting like cold spots on my butt, and I'm like, I can feel all the downs right there, so I don't know if it's, I don't know, just a grabby night. And now the sun's out and the day's supposed to be warm, and I'm having a hard time getting out and packing up. Whew. It's chilly this morning. Now that the sun's out, you can see this like steam rising up through a lot of the tree roots and all that. It's really cool. Anyway, I'm trying to be a bit better about video. I've been finally going through all the footage I took in the beginning, and it's so sporadic. I'll have like 9 videos from May 8th for whatever reason. I guess I was just really feeling social media that day. And then the next video will be randomly on like May 18th and have nothing to do with anything. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just random crap. And for the most part, that's just for like the 6 of you that are gonna end up watching this. But I'm gonna try to be a bit more cohesive from now on. But, wow. Goes way beyond the ridge. That's so cool. But over here, where I'm going, nice and blue. All right. Maybe not quite as clear as I'd hoped. Let's see. But I'm guessing when the sun gets higher, it'll burn off. So we just did a huge U-ey all the way around. Look at those green mountains though. And we're going back into the clouds. I think I'm gonna keep going straight here, and we're just gonna do kind of another U-ey up around this ridge and kind of go back behind us there. And then, if I'm right, we're actually gonna go up and over the saddle, and then it's just like a 20 plus mile like long descent, something like 6,000 or 7,000 feet towards the town or outpost or whatever you call Seiad Valley. Not really a town. There's a post office, there's a store, there's a restaurant, you know, it's got all those bases. So we're gonna do a resupply. I want to say 4 days, but I can't remember. But the last resupply, California, into Ashland, where we're taking a Nero Zero, which did feel completely necessary, although due to circumstances almost out of my control, I ended up staying in Etna for over 2 days. But it'll still feel great to be in Oregon. Nibbles tells me Ashland's like a really quaint, awesome, neat little town, so whew. Up above the clouds. I'm wondering if I'm going up that thing before we start going down. Had a few false summits, I guess we'll call them, where I thought it was time to start the descent, but no. But that's a lot. There's way more over there that you can't really see very well. But pretty much everywhere where we're not, it's cloudy and probably wet, which means it'll probably be cool when we get down there, which is nice. Now that we're sweating. But wow. It means I need to choose where I stop for lunch really carefully, because all of my stuff's wet and I need to dry it off, and for that I would love some baking sun on some nice dry stone like the rocks all around me, instead of, you know, wet grassland or something, which is what I've been going through all morning, up to my thighs sometimes. It's like every time I dry off, there's another overgrown section, your legs and shorts get soaked. But I think I'll be all right. Although I do have like an hour or two before lunch. We'll see. Maybe all these clouds will burn off in the scorching heat. Walked right up on these guys. Almost stepped on one. Watch out, bud. I just want to go through. Don't run down the trail. There you go. Oh, now he falls. I'm totally gonna forget. I'm so excited. Whenever I get to camp, I just want to set up first and then think about all the other stuff. We just crossed a bridge over a river. Now we're at this big campsite that has all sorts of stuff going on. So things to be excited for. One is that giant river that I just walked into and rubbed and cleaned my legs, my feet, my face. One of those other arms. Second, good hammock trees. Boom, boom. Ah!
And then 3, we've got a picnic table. So we're gonna chill out, sit at a picnic table. 4, the trail tomorrow in the Seiad Valley. It's over, you can't see it, it's crap. But it's a parking lot and just a long, flat dirt road. Nice. Well, there that is. Heading to Seiad Valley now, along this long paved road. There is a way back where apparently you can take a side road and ford this. Where right here, it's like a 70-yard wide river. I'm sure back there it's narrower. But I think it goes through private property. And someone on Guthook had posted a comment saying, yep, this is definitely private property. The gentleman that owns it sure seems to be getting pretty tired of hikers cutting through it. So I figured I'd do the road walk. Slept in this morning. Everything's wet. Again, probably just because we slept right by a river and there's just lots of moisture in the air. But we're going to spend most of the day, I think, in the valley. Have a bit of a yard sale, drying off all of our stuff. Eat a big breakfast. Do all those town things. And I feel like I should probably clarify, just because it only occurred to me just now, that didn't mean that I've hiked 1,000 miles. Pretty sure that was for Sobos going that way. We've just done 1,000 miles, which for me means I am now into the triple digits, working my way down to 0. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, getting out of California and getting into Oregon is already a pretty, oh, there's my bridge. Isn't that like, look, you probably can't even see it. It's way over there. Old iron bridge. Getting into Oregon is already going to be like a huge mental lift. Just getting out of California in general. Although I'm sure the trees will look the same, the terrain's going to mostly be the same. I hear it gets easier, but we heard that about Virginia on the AT. So it's already going to be huge, but it's kind of like icing on the cake, you know? We are below 1,000 miles left into the triple digits, and the miles are flying by now anyway. And people are saying that in Oregon they're going to fly by even faster, going from 25 to 30-ish is like the average anyway. And Nibbles and I on decent days have been pushing 30 already, which, you know, is good and bad sometimes. Has anyone ever seen a buck with that kind of antler setup? This isn't like Mirkwood. There's not some fairy elvish deer running about. Watch someone be like, "That's not a deer, that's an elk, you idiot." I don't know. I'm an East Coaster, man. We don't have cool stuff like that. Chilling at Wildwood, drying all of our stuff out.